Hi everyone, welcome to our very first Pivot webinar. Today I will take you on a guided tour of Pivot, our vision, core features, and what makes Pivot a powerful, unified platform for organizations and creators. By the end of this webinar, you will know how Pivot can fit into your workflow, whether you're a growing business, a creator, or a team leader. First, let's review the agenda for today. During the first section, we'll cover Pivot's vision and values. Then we will explore the core features of Pivot, spaces, rooms, and blocks. After that, we'll move on to use cases. Then we'll have a Q&A section and lastly some closing remarks. So, let's dive in. Now that we've set the stage for today's webinar, I'm going to start by sharing the story behind Pivot, what inspired it, what it aims to solve, and how it can make collaboration easier and more impactful. Nowadays, we rely on countless apps to get things done. One app for communication, another for task management, a separate one for content, and so on. But the truth is, most of these tools don't play well together. We waste time jumping from one platform to another, searching for the right message, the right file, or the right update. This endless back and forth disrupts focus, lowers productivity, and weakens the connection that makes teamwork effective. And that's where Pivot comes in. Pivot wasn't built to be just another app to add to the pile. It is designed to be the foundation, a place where all your collaboration lives in one flexible environment. Pivot's mission is simple: to help teams, creators, and communities work together without the noise and distractions of fragmented tools. We believe collaboration should be effortless and adaptable. Whether you're running a classroom, managing a business, or building a creator community, instead of forcing users into rigid workflows, Pivot adapts to how you work. At the heart of Pivot are three key principles: flexibility, simplicity, and connection. Flexibility: Pivot molds to fit your needs so you can manage your communities, courses, projects, and teams. Simplicity: we believe great tools should be easy to use. You shouldn't have to spend hours learning how something works. It should just work. And lastly, connection. At its core, Pivot is about bringing people together. Real time communication, short projects, and personal spaces all come together to create a platform that helps you stay connected and productive. All in all, as you can see, Pivot is about creating environments where people can share ideas, collaborate naturally, and build something meaningful without jumping through hoops. Now that we've covered Pivot's vision, let's dive into what makes that vision real. The core features of Pivot: spaces, rooms, and blocks. These are the backbone of how you structure information in Pivot. First, we have spaces, your collaboration hubs. Think of spaces as the foundation of everything you do in Pivot. Each space it's its own customizable environment where you can organize projects, build communities, or manage personal tasks. You also have a personal space which is completely private, where you can brainstorm ideas and track your own goals. What you can do with spaces: you can organize team projects, centralizing files, communication, and schedule in one accessible environment. You can create a company wiki or knowledge base and build community spaces to foster engagement, share resources, and encourage collaboration. Each space is flexible. You can tailor it to fit your needs and workflow by combining different communication tools, organizational features, and even analytics to track engagement and progress. Next, we have rooms. So, rooms are where real time communication happens. You can have a quick check in, a structured discussion, or a full on brainstorming session. Rooms are the elements that keep conversations flowing within your spaces. Room types in Pivot are chat rooms, For fast, text based conversations, perfect for ongoing updates or daily communication. Post rooms, which function like forums, great for threaded discussions, announcements, or sharing ideas that need structured responses. Next, we have audio and video rooms for virtual meetings, presentations, or casual catch ups. You can even break into smaller groups for focused discussions. And lastly, streaming rooms, ideal for live events, workshops, or larger presentations with multiple participants. With rooms, you choose how your team interacts. And lastly, we have blocks. Build your space your way. If spaces are the foundation and rooms are for communication, blocks are what shape your space. They are the building units that allow you to organize content and workflows in a way that makes sense for your team or for yourself. Examples of blocks include pages for structured content like team guidelines, projects, or course sections, databases to collect feedback, project updates, or structured data from your team or community, blocks for education like assignments and quizzes, and calendars to keep essential dates, meetings, and deadlines organized within your space. By combining different blocks, you can create anything from a project tracker to an interactive course structure. The best part is that you can customize and evolve your blocks as your project grows. Now that we've covered spaces, rooms, and blocks, let's talk about how these features come to life in real world scenarios. First, we have Pivot for Teams, centralized projects, and communication. For teams, Pivot acts as a command center where tasks, communication, and resources come together. Imagine you have to manage a product launch. You can have a dedicated space for it, track tasks in databases, hold meetings in video rooms and set tips in chat rooms, and you can also share announcements in post rooms. What teams can do with Pivot: track project updates and progress, hold meetings, brainstorming sessions, or quick check ins, centralize files, schedules, and updates for easy access. With everything connected, teams can focus on getting work done without switching between disconnected apps. Next, we have Pivot for Creators, build engaged communities. Creators thrive when they can connect directly with their audience and build lasting relationships. Pivot offers you a platform to build communities, share exclusive content, and host live events. How creators use Pivot: they can launch private communities with paid memberships, host live workshops, Q&As, and networking sessions in video rooms or audio rooms, and organize content libraries in pages and interactive discussions in post rooms. For creators, Pivot is a space where engagement, communication, and monetization live side by side. Then we have Pivot for course creators, design and deliver dynamic learning. If you're an educator or a course creator, Pivot makes building and managing learning experiences simple and flexible. You can design full courses with assignments, grading rubrics, and interactive rooms for discussions and Q&A sessions. What course creators can do with Pivot: they can create structured learning spaces with dedicated course blocks, manage assignments, quizzes, and grading, and foster interaction with students through live sessions and post rooms. As you can see, Pivot supports every step of the learning journey. And lastly, we have Pivot for Enterprises, secure, scalable collaboration. Enterprises need tools that grow with them. Pivot's enterprise features offer scalability, security, and advanced data management to support large organizations. So, the enterprise capability with Pivot are dedicated spaces for each department or regional team, security and compliance with full data encryption, SSO and audit trails, and insights into engagement, and this will be useful to optimize processes with analytic tools, And as you can see, for enterprises, Pivot provides the foundation for connected teams while meeting the highest security and compliance standards. Okay, so to wrap up, let's answer some of the questions you might have about Pivot. The first one: how much does Pivot cost? Pivot offers flexible plans depending on your needs. There's a free plan which includes some of the features we have discussed today with some limitations. And then the paid plans allow you to scale based on the number of members with options to add more as your organization or team grows. Our enterprise plan provides customized pricing and advanced features for larger organizations. The next question is: can Pivot replace multiple tools like Slack, Trello, and Notion? Absolutely. Pivot was designed to consolidate communication, task management, and content creation into one platform. Instead of juggling Slack for chat, Trello for task tracking, and Notion for documentation, Pivot offers everything in a unified platform, offering the same capabilities as the other tools, but going even further. And the last question: how secure is Pivot? Well, security is one of our top priorities. Pivot offers full data encryption, both at rest and in transit. For organizations needing advanced protection, our enterprise plan includes features like single sign on, SSO, custom data retention policies, and audit trails to ensure compliance and accountability. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining and watching. We'll be hosting more webinars soon. Until then, feel free to explore Pivot's full capability on our website, and all the links will be available in the description. Thank you again and see you soon.